kailangan nyo yung Red Cross. This is, reserve nyo ko, malaman, may dapat kayo natin yung Red Cross. You invest to yourself, you invest to this training, therefore, you deserve enlightenment. Sino? Si Red Cross. Tama ba? Okay. Kailangan po natin sometimes background checking kasi dapat kilalanin natin kung anong agency pinapasok natin before investing. Because isang kaya ng pupila, kayo ang pila, bubukat pa rin ang bulsa. Klaro? Tama ba ako? So dapat, inikilala natin yung agency. Sino yung agency? Legitimate agency. So, origin of the Red Cross. Si Red Cross is part na siya natin. International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement. It's the largest humanitarian network of the world. With over 18 million members and volunteers. So, ibig sabihin po, si Red Cross at Red Crescent Movement ay hindi lang po siya nasa Pilipinas. Si Red Cross at Red Crescent Movement internationally, globally involved. It composed of International Committee of the Red Cross, International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, and national societies. Sila po yung tatlong component ng Red Cross at Red Crescent Movement. Ngayon, kilalanin naman natin saan nang galing yung idea. Sino yung pasimuno ng Red Cross at Red Crescent Movement? Kanino ba siya nag-umpisa? It was started on 1859 during the Battle of Solferino in Italy. It was witnessed by John Henry Dunant. So, na-witness siya ni John Henry Dunant kung alin yung aftermath ng Battle of Solferino. Kailan yun? Noong 1859. Yung aftermath. Kasi nakita niyo, dumaan siya sa Solferino, Italy. Tapos siya kita mga wounded soldiers. So, tiyabangan niya. Then, dito na-awin the rest is history. Then, pagkabot si 1862, nag-publish siya book ang ipagtawag on Souvenir de Solferino, or in other words, a memory of Solferino. And at the time, na-out in 1863, First Geneva Convention, or the foundation of the first relief societies, and now, pagtawag na siya, International Committee of the Red Cross. Tatay, magtawag ka niya, International Relief Societies. And yung biyaon, tawag na siya, International Committee of the Red Cross. And International Humanitarian Law. Ito yung tuming idea. So, yung beginnings ng Red Cross, basically, the movement na sunod yung ICRC. Sabi ko nga kanina, International Relief Societies ngayon, magtawag na sa ICRC or International Committee of the Red Cross. It was founded on 1863 by Swiss humanitarian Henry Dunant. So, it was profoundly affected by suffering Iso during the Battle of Solferino. Ayun, lahat naman dito sa sila ito, in-explain ko kanina verbally. So, ano yung two main idea sa book ni John Henry Dunant, yung A Memory of Solferino? Number one, to promote an international agreement protecting the wounded soldiers on the battlefield and to those who care for them. So, sila yung mga pagtawag ng international humanitarian law, isang international agreement. The second one is to train in each country and train volunteer ready to assist during the conflict in war. So, ano yung pagtawag national society? There is a Red Cross, a Philippine Red Cross, German Red Cross, Malaysian Red Crescent, Indonesian Red Cross. All of them are categorized as national society. So ito yung three components niya, IFRC, ICRC, IFRC, and National Society. Again, see, International Committee of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement mainly focuses on the victims of armed conflict, mainly intervene to the scenarios of armed conflict, mainly. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang doon yung scope nila. Yun lang yung main. We also have the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Society. Again, mainly to the nagbibigay ng tulong doon sa disaster response and ecological hazard and technological hazard kami. So, ayan naman si National Society sa atin sa Pilipinas, tinatawag siya Philippine Red Cross. So, there can be only one National Society in each country. Kapag nasa Pilipinas tayo, ang tawag dito, Philippine Red Cross. Ako ba siya German Red Cross Free? Out existence nila rin. Out existence. Sinather societies, out existence nila. However, in each countries, ang lang ang buong recognized national society. It is only the Philippine Red Cross. Kung ka Germany, it is only the German Red Cross. Kung ka America, USA, it is only the American Red Cross. Ito na, sinabi ko na kanina, na-explain ko, protection of the assistance to the person affected by armed conflict. So, ICRC also promotes international humanitarian law or law of armed conflict. Sa IRC, it is more on climate action and national society disaster responsibility emergency relief. So the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement are guided by its core values. Ano yung core values na Red Cross at Red Crescent movement? Number one, it is the humanity. We make no discrimination to the community. So, regardless of the, we always put the individuals in the center of our humanitarian work. Palagi natin ilalagay sa gitna ng ating trabaho yung humanity. Because this is not for us. This is for those who are in need. People who needs our help. So, impartiality, sabi ko kanina, we make no discrimination regardless of the religious belief, regardless of the skin color, political views, or perspective. We always help to those who are need the most. Neutrality. So, sa neutrality, sinasabi nga namin dito is, we take no sides. AFP ka man, NSAG ka man, you know what is NSAG? Non-state armed group. So, kung sinabi natin NSAG, sa middle lang tayo. Sisipag talaga yung trato, regardless of its standings, nasa gitna lang tayo. Okay? Independence. We are not influenced by anyone or any group. We are not part of the government, but auxiliary tayo. Inamat bawang pagtawag auxiliary, partner kita ng government. We are not part of the government system, however, partner tayo ng government. Tama? Okay. So, siguro maliwanag. So, no one can influence the Red Cross itself because we have our own assessment, we have our own mandate, we have our own duties. So, we don't follow any hierarchies here. Kung ano man yung hierarchies na pinapalo ng government. So, voluntary service, our humanitarian work sits or situated at the center of our voluntary movement. Voluntary movement. So, we are not funded by any entity. The Red Cross itself stands by public donation and moves freely in the name of humanity. And we are not expecting anything for in return in terms of delivering under the PRC and delivering humanitarian advocacies. So unity, there can be only one Red Cross even na marami tayo. Okay, there can be only one Red Cross in a country, there can be only one Red Cross despite of diversity. There can only one objectives under Red Cross because we are united. And universality. Though maraming Red Cross, American Red Cross, Swiss Red Cross, Japanese Red Cross, Korean Red Cross, marami tayo national society, di ba? But we are universal. We are equal. Kung ano ang meron sa Philippine Red Cross, ganun din sa kanila. Kung ano ang we are universal, you can found Red Cross and Red Crescent movement societies anywhere around. Sa Pilipinas nga, meron tayong maraming chapters. So we have, mukhang dapat masapat, banda na inindihan ba? We have emblems of humanity. So nakikita nyo sa front, we have the Red Cross, Red Crescent, and Red Crescent. So the emblems are internationally symbols, internationally recognized symbols of protection and neutrality. Again, ano ang purpose ng emblems? Protection and and neutrality. Protection and neutrality. Symbol of neutrality and symbol of protection. So, kung ano ba siya sumunod? Later on sa PRC system, kapasok natin kung ano yung explanation ito. In times of armed conflicts and humanitarian crisis. Ito nga, proper use of emblem. Baka marahil magpapakita kayo na mga products, taka-Red Cross, mga products, so, basically, number one, in using emblem is for protective. I mean, the bigger one. Yeah, that's for protective. Kung sa usalan yung protective use, in our conflict, of course, it is a neutral sign and protection sign. Therefore, pag all emblems in Red Cross on a white background, ang tawag dyan, excluded sa combat scenarios. We are not belong to any combat activities because we are protected by the what? Emblem. Ano ba? Wait lang ha. Ano ba pinagkaiba ng emblem at suot-suot namin ngayon? Is this considered as emblem? No, hindi na siya emblem. Tawag dito logo. Kasi bakit? Ano siya design? Philippine Red Cross. Pero pag sinabi mong emblem, it is only Red Cross on a white background. Red Cross. So yun emblem. Pag sinabi mong logo, ito na, papasok na itong design. Visible sign. So of course, kapag malaki yan, malayo pala kakitaan logo. Yun yan, mukhang lang na combat scenarios. Yun yan for protection area. Okay? So should be alarmed as possible with no other information. Kasi kapag sinabi mong emblem, sabi mo kanina, yan lang, Red Cross on the white background. Indicative use, mainly in peace time. So ibig sabihin ba nila siya pwede gamitin during wartime? Pwede, kasi sinabi na naman kasi, mainly. So, during our conflict or in peace time, you can use Red Cross emblem or Red Cross, Philippine Red Cross logo. Only to those allowed for people or entities na pwede mag-usahan sa and malalaman nyo. Shows the movement, links to the movement, of course, it is our identity. Di naman pwede nakared lang kami, maraming agencies ang nakared. Okay? The small and must bear additional information. Use of emblems in the Philippines. So, sa Pilipinas kasi, our emblem is not just an emblem. It is protected under the law. So, bakit ito? The sign and the words Red Cross, Red Crescent, and Red Crescent are protected under Republic Act 10072 or also known as Philippine Red Cross Act of 2009 and Republic Act 10530. So, sabi ko sa mga batas na yun, our emblem is only used exclusively for these entities. Sino-sino sila? Si AFP Medical Services. Sino pa? Si Philippine Red Cross. We are talking Filipina, so Pilipinas. So ngayon, sa atin, si Philippine Red Cross. International Committee of the Red Cross and International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Society. Sila lang po yung pwedeng gumamit ng emblem. Hindi po siya pwede sa products, cosmetics, gawing pharmacy, pwedeng gano'n. Ito lang po yung sinabi ng batas, therefore, sila lang po talaga yung allowed gumamit ng ganun. Am I clear? Claro? Okay. So, in a nutshell, sabi nga dito, yung nasaksi na ni John Henry John, nag-1859, Patron Sotilio, 1862, nag-publish siya ng book, in 1863, the first Geneva Convention and founded the first Relief Societies, and now called as International Red Cross. The movement also guided or moved along its core values or ethics, and that is the 7 fundamental principles of the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement: humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independence, voluntary service, unity, and universality. Hindi naman namin sinasabing i-memorize nyo yung 7 fundamental principles. Ang sinasabi lang namin, dapat kahit konti lang, malaman nyo. Para sooner or later, ay ba tayo Red Cross gain? May tayo Red Cross gain and look for 7 fundamental principles. Diyan po kami umagal. Yan po yung core values and ethics na pinapalo ng Red Cross when it comes to delivering humanitarian services. The Red Cross and Red Crescent are internationally recognized symbols of protection and neutrality. So therefore, mag-uumagin tayo din, regardless Red Cross, Red Crescent, or Red Crescent, is a symbols of protection and neutrality. It is a symbols of humanity. It does not indicate or represent any colors, identity, representation. It always represent neutrality and protection. Klaro ba? So wala siyang entail na ibang definition doon. It's not for this is not for this, it's not for this. This is for neutrality and protection. Question on international movement. Anything question? International movement. Klaro ako? Klaro. From group 1, klaro ako? Wait. Klaro ako? Group 2, klaro ako? Baka mamaya mag-question ako kung wala akong klaro diyan. Wala na? Wala nang mga tanong? Group 3. Wala nang mga tanong. Group 4. Kung may mga tanong, madali ka umamitaas, di ba? Respectfully, pwede ka mag-amas, di ba? Mga Pangulo international movement or Red Cross and Red Crescent. Nakadaka naman tayo, alam kong si Gabriel ay matutulog na kanina pa nagkikita at masama na yung paningin sa akin. Papakilala ko muna si Philippine Red Cross. Musta kita international movement? Musta kita Red Cross and Red Crescent movement? Punta tayo naman sa atin, sa Philippine Red Cross. Ano ang history? Ano ang mandate? At ano ang mga services na Philippine Red Cross? Ito lang naman kailangan nyo malaman. Meta ang Philippine Red Cross, meta ang punuin mandates ng Philippine Red Cross, ang services na mo. Para at least alam nyo bakit may go. Kaya every time maglagay mo, meta pa Red Cross. Meta ni Red Cross para ambulance. Meta Red Cross para relief. Meta pa mga sunog, ito yung Red Cross. Kung ano evacuation, ito yung Red Cross. Dito nyo malalaman kung ano yung mga servisyo ng Philippine Red Cross. So, mission, si Red Cross is an independent, autonomous and non-governmental organization that mobilizes the power of humanity to improve lives and active human dignity. Sabi nga sa mission natin, we are autonomous. Pag sinabing autonomous, we have the autonomical power to control within our jurisdiction. Ibig sabihin, we are not manipulated by any design of entity outside Red Cross. We act with dispassion to ensure we reach the most vulnerable. Ito yung pinaka-beneficial natin. We want an inclusive and diverse and inclusive activities for every humanitarian works. It is not just for those who are, kasi namin mo kasing diverse. It can be represented by male, female, disability, first, elderly, pregnant women. Pag sinabi mong gano'n, diverse eh, lahat. Pero tanong, inclusive ba? Ang lahat ba ay included? Maybe na-overpower yung iba. So dito sa Philippine Red Cross, we envision that it is not just about diversity, but inclusivity. Nagigets ko ba? Okay. So again, nilecture ko kanina, ano yung 7 fundamental principles. Sabi dito, to serve people but not system for impartiality. We care for the victims without discrimination. Hindi na natin kailangan para one line. In-explain ko na kung ano yung humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independence, voluntary service, unity, and universality. So, why are the fundamental principles are important? So, bakit ba importante sa amin yung fundamental principles? Para malaman nila, hindi naman para i-memorize or whatsoever. These are key to the movement's identity. Kumbaga, si 7 fundamental principles kasi, ito na yung pagkakakilanlan ni Red Cross at Red Crescent Society. So, ito violate this because nabilig sa ibang definition. Example, independent. Diba, nami-misinterpret tayo sa community, akala na sa Red Cross is under government. So, we are not part of the government, we are not part of the local government units. We are non-government organizations. Kaya sometimes, sir, kasi yung nag-join yung Red Cross, di ba nag-ilan ko ang wait, that G. So, we don't talk that. Okay. Volunteers, don't talk that. In the other way around, sa mga staff, hindi ko alam, we don't talk that. We don't talk manager, okay? So, adherence to this ensures humanitarian nature of the movement. Kasi, kapag hindi mo kasi sinusunod, yung 7 fundamental principles, again, it can lead to other perspective. Kapag hindi mo naman sa sinusunod, magiging bias tayo. Kaya nagkakaroon ng sariling assessment, kahit mo sabihin nila na, sir, ang kami ini, ang kami sa distancing victims, wait, we do our own assessment. We give our services directly to the victims. Nagigets na ba yung punto? I am just trying to use neutral words. Ayoko. We are not going to mention anything right. So, si Philippine Red Cross ay na-established noong April 15, 1947. It was started in 1947, Philippine National Red Cross pa siya. But prior to that, noong 1899, it was established as Philippine Women's Red Cross. So mga babae pa yung Red Cross doon. Philippine Women's Red Cross. Hindi ko din yung pawin. Sa class ko na. Bakit ba? Sabi dito, noong 1899, Philippine Women's Red Cross pa siya. Yung first president natin yan, yung late First Lady ni Manuel Quezon, si Doña Aurora Caragon Quezon. Noong 1905, naging Philippine branch of the American Red Cross because that time, we are being colonized, we are being invaded by other countries. And isa sa mga pumasok sa ating layuhan ay American. So ngayon, naging Philippine branch of American Red Cross siya. Noong 1947, ito yung nakikita nyo sa mga Facebook, ito yung nakikita nyo sa yung mga logo sa Facebook, logo sa ganito na Philippine National Red Cross pa siya. Pero, noong 1947, tinanggal na nga at noong 1947, na-found yung Philippine National Red Cross. Pero, inalis natin yan pagpasok ng 2010 because the word national reflects to us na it sounds like parte tayo ng government. But we are under government. Parang nagsasound siya na gano'n. Kaya noong 2010, pagpasok nitong bagong charter natin, itong ang ginawa na siya Philippine Red Cross. Wala na siyang national. Para hindi na siya nagre-represent o nag-lead sa other informations na hindi naman talaga dapat. Okay? So, mandate of the Philippine Red Cross, we are not a governmental organization. But again, we are auxiliary. Yung government. Auxiliary, ibig sabihin nun, partner po tayo, kaagapay po tayo ng gobyerno. Okay? Prevention of disease, promotion of health, and mitigation of human suffering for all the benefits of the community. So we are also, ito nga sinasabi sa akin, 1007 ko, an act of recognizing the Philippine National Red Cross, non-government organization auxiliary to the authorities, auxiliary to the authorities of the Republic of the Philippines in the humanitarian aid to be known as Philippine Red Cross. So wala namang masasabi, ito kami pang PNRC, ito kami pang Philippine National Red Cross. Wala na po masasabi ng gano'n because we are not PNRC anymore. We are PRC, Philippine Red Cross. Pero baka isipin nyo kasi meron tayong dalawang PRC sa Pilipinas eh. Professional Regulation Commission at Philippine Red Cross. So ipasasin pa kayo ng PRC. Ano ba PRC? Philippine Red Cross po. Okay? So, the Philippine Red Cross offer services. Ano yung mga servisyo? Ano yan? Nakaservisyo na tayo para malaman nyo na bakit may mga ganito si Red Cross na namin yung ginagawa. Ito natin kung ano yung mga servisyo. We have that, the Disaster Management Service. Ito yung service ng Philippine Red Cross that we intervene to the community in times of disaster existence. So, it aims assistance to the most vulnerable, exposed to and affected by natural and human-induced hazards. Ngayon, hindi na natin siya tinatawag na human-induced hazard. Sorry, hindi pa natin na-edit sa natural level yung slide. Tinatawag na siyang technological hazard. Okay? Emergency response, search and rescues, and whatsoever. Nagpapahatils tayo, nakasunod-sunod, tapos-pos, magsunod din doon ang baka sa zone 3. Baka evacuate sa evacuation area. We intervene immediately by giving them hot meals diyan. Kasi some of them, may naman niya paglutuan. So, they need hot meals para at least mapunan yung kalagnan, yung sigmura, okay? Kalagnan. So, disaster preparedness and risk reduction. So, we also have the health service for the nurses. So, I'm sure makaka-relate kayo dito. We focus on healthier communities by delivering essential health interventions. So, meron kami dito. Last time, nagpapabaksin tayo. So, kasali doon RT-PCR, yung swab test at saliva nung last pandemic naman ngayon, hindi ko masalipir na hindi na pandemic. Pero nung during kasagsagan ng pandemic, is isa po tayo sa agency na provide ng RT-PCR services. Tapos meron tayong health teaching, malaria and dengue prevention education, meron po tayo niyan. Partner po tayo ng RHU, partner po tayo kasama ng IDHO, ng health community services na nagbibigay ng mga health teaching sa community. And more than that, meron tayong mga health caravan. Within last month and this month, nagkakaroon na tayo ng health caravan. Kung makikita nyo sa posting natin doon sa account, palagi natin kami mag-post. Pero baka may gusto mga volunteer na unemployed pa, baka gusto nyo, ano ba, pagpalipas oras lang ba, sana naging productive tayo sa pagpapalipas ng oras natin na nakakapag-natuto, nag-learn. The moment we meet people, the moment we meet and learn different perspectives and ideas. So we also have the safety service tayo yun. Sa atin, sa safety service, we teach first aid and basic life support, kaya kayo nandito ngayon. Oo. Kasi kasali nga po sa servisyo namin na magbigay ng first aid and basic life support. Kasali po sa servisyo namin ang response, ang rescue technician. So may kasali po sa amin ang ambulansya, mag-rescue in such emergencies, patients transport from home to hospital, from hospital at kagambatan, kasali po yan sa atin. Okay? Water search and rescue or water rescue training, meron po tayo yan dito. May mga volunteers rather dito sa Red Cross. Okay ba? Nag-rest pa, nagturo ng first aid, kasali po yan sa safety service. Mountain search and rescue, land search and rescue, kasali po yan sa safety service. Water search and rescue, kasali po sa safety service. And we also have the blood service, yung pinakakilala sa community. Pag nakita si Red Cross, dumo. Okay. Nagpag-circulation yung dumo, mami kami. Let us abolish that word, mami kami, kasi hindi lang may pagkarami mo. Okay? Indugo free. Sorry, let's tackle this. Sigurado ako makakalit ko. Bakit kumukuha si Red Cross ng dugo sa community na libre, pero kapag i-release na ulit sa community, may bayad na? Because tama, laboratory purposes. Hindi naman pagkuha natin ng dugo sa kanilang ibigay, di ba? Pinapatest po natin siya sa regional blood testing unit natin, center natin, na nasa Zamboanga. Magpapadala ka ng sample, may bayad. Magpapatest ka, may bayad. Ang blood bag, may bayad. Ang ilaw, may bayad. Tama po ba? Oh. Iba pa yung nag-blood typing ka, hindi naman yung tawag doon. Nag-blood typing tayo, yung fluids. So, ano nangyari doon, pinabayaran natin yun. Binibili nga natin yun eh. Nasa roughly 5,000 ang set doon. Diba? Actually, lugi pa nga sa atin. Alam niyo kung bakit? Hindi naman lahat na ina-extract natin dugo negative for communicable diseases. Some of them are positive. At hindi natin yung binibigay. Alam, ibigay niyo positive. Diba? Lugi pa nga tayo. At sa atin na ang pinaka-cheaper, 1,800. Sa Philippine Red Cross na po yun. No, 1,800 ba? At ano, 1,800. Cheaper na po sa Red Cross. At ang price na yun, at nagsasabi na dapat may bayad sa Red Cross, it was agreed between Red Cross and the Department of Health. So, mabuting lang, hindi yung mismong dugo yung binabayaran natin. Yung processing fee. Hindi natin gusto na contaminated o may sakit yung dugo na i-infuse natin sa ating mga kailangan. So, we also have that welfare service na nakaroon po tayo ng PFA, MTSP, training, and activities of course. Kung may PFA kayo, kung marunong kayo ng PFA o kailangan nyo ng PFA, kailangan nyo ng PSP, may nakilala kayo na need that intervention, we have this. We have the Restoring Family Link, of course. Kasi sa under the Restoring Family Link, meron nga kaming FDP, the Family Visit Program. Mga kakampuhan nila na PDL or Person Deprived of Liberty. Kaya ito nga mga Muntinlupa, some of their relatives or primary family members cannot afford to visit them. Philippine Red Cross provide assistance to them. So by rapid and pagkalang accommodation, good for your family. So the NBT mga family visits. Alright. Livelihood program, awareness management, of course, ito pa sinasabi ko kanina, at meals and referral service. May referral service tayo na nire-refer natin sa other agencies kung may mga naitutulong sila. Ayun, yan lang na referral service. So, Red Cross Youth. Dito po ako nag-umpisa sa Red Cross Youth. Ito yung nilimuyan ako sa other branches. Sabi ko, I started my journey as a Red Cross as a humanitarian advocate dito sa RCY, sa Red Cross Youth, when I was grade 7. So, back in 2016. And now, palipat-lipat na lang ng services, pupunta sa safety, pupunta sa health, pupunta sa DMS, pupunta sa welfare. Ang maganda kasi sa RCY is covered mo lahat. Okay? Nakakata ka sa different services. Kasi sabi nila daw, flexible ang RCY. Okay. Maganda rin naman ang isa tayo sa RCY because this RCY is the very baseline of humanitarian services. Kasi bakit? Kailangan po natin i-enlighten o i-educate yung mga kabataan ngayon to do something good, to do something better. No? Not too much involving in the other way around. So, ano yung mga key concept or objectives nito si Red Cross Youth? Number one, we have inculcate humanitarian values. We instill the practice of healthy lifestyle. We enhance youth leadership skills for service delivery. And we also advocate for national and international friendship. Ito sa national friendship sa RCY, nagkakaroon tayo ng national trainings, national activities, Philippines Supercamp, meron tayong leadership development program, meron tayo Why Adapt or Youth Adapt, meron tayo Flash 25, wherein yung mga bata from legal age to age 25, nag-donate sila ng dugo. Every basta. Hindi naman siya, or every form, so depende sa atin. And of course, we have the international movement. Last time sa illegal, may napadala sa kanila to Switzerland, and last time sa Sulu, meron to Japan, kaso nag-live tayo sa Sulu, kasi busy daw siya. Ito yung mga other services ng Red Cross. In support of major services, the Philippine Red Cross also implements key programs that contribute to building stronger, healthier, and more resilient community. We have the Red Cross 148. So may mga Red Cross volunteers tayo sa community at namumobilize sila during times of needs. Nandiyan sila. Even RRC wala na dyan sa community. We also have the Water Sanitation and Hygiene or WASH office sa National Headquarters. So, sometimes kapag nagkaka-water crisis, you can call Red Cross, you can approach Red Cross to do something or to have their help sa community. Okay? Kasi meron tayong water sanitation and hygiene. Sa principio na water sanitation and hygiene, we sign or we look for water source. Kung halimbawa wala nang malinis na tubig for drinking water, we sign source of water and turn it into drinking water. Okay? Kasali po yung sa water sanitation and hygiene. Yun yung prinsipyo na tinatawag na simple distillation. Pero sa atin, may makinarya. Okay? We also have operation center. Sa atin, may operation center tayo. Ito ang emergency operation center natin, na-convert natin ang emergency operation during the disasters, pagsulong, or whatsoever. Sa National Headquarters, meron. Sa National Headquarters, ang operation center natin ay covered lahat ng chapters sa buong Pilipinas. IHL Office, the International Humanitarian Law Office. Meron po tayo, and fund generation. Under the fund generation po, itong safeguard. Ito yung water tank natin, ito yung Red Cross Manport data. So makikita nyo sa mga submission ng Red Cross, napakalaw. Hindi lang siya Red Cross, hindi lang siya Philippine Red Cross. Sa Philippine Red Cross, marami siyang services. Kailangan lang siguro natin kung separate. Marami. Okay? So Red Cross 143, isa po sa mga, okay pa bang lahat? Okay, one ka. Yan na drinking master. Third karo, nagyawan. Okay pa ba? Okay, clap once if you hear me. Clap once if you hear me. Clap once if you hear me. Clap once if you don't. Next. Dito sa Red Cross 140, we recruit volunteers in the community that will help us in delivering such vital roles in their community. Especially sa mga marginal areas. Sa Kalingalan, Kaluwang, meron tayo 140 noon. Particularly sa Tibuo, Palimaw, Palamao, marami tayong mga 140. Because hindi lang naman sila nasa parang area, it could be risky to them kapag malayo yung specify yan. So, at least meron tayong volunteer record. Ito kung phase 1 resolution in IT. Na-explain ko na kanina operation. Meron pa lang yun. Yung phase medical research. Hindi ko pa sa ano. Hindi ko alam kung may slide. Kaya sinabi ko na agad eh. Hindi ko na sorry. So, ito yung tinatawag na Red Cross, Philippine Red Cross mantra. Okay? Mantra natin sa Red Cross, volunteers plus logistics plus information technology that equals to a Red Cross that is always first, always ready, and always there. Kaya palagi nalita sa bird namin sa track na ipalagila niya sa weekend, palagila niya sa mga documents natin because this is our mantra. Mahalaga na malaman namin ito. Malaman namin ito. Okay, sa mga volunteers, yung parte ng movement. Hindi naman sinasabi namin dapat i-memorize nyo. Okay? Sa Pilipinas, sorry hindi ko na-update yung slide. This is only 101 chapter. The Philippine Red Cross chapters nationwide that is strategically position to ensure rapid and effective response nationwide. Okay? Meron mo tayong 101 chapters sa buong Pilipinas. Okay? Kaya kung saan-saan kayo napapagpag, may mga Red Cross dyan. May mga Philippine Red Cross dyan, marami. To be specific. So, the nutshell, again, our mandates and our services, we have 6 major services and we have that services that could support the major services. We are part of the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Society. Red Cross or ICRC, International Committee of the Red Cross, the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Society, and the National Society, specifically sa Philippine Red Cross. Wala pong mataas, mababa. We are all equal. Huwag yung isipin na mataas si ganito, mababa si ganito. We are all equal. We are delivering such services mainly focused on our mandate. Okay? May mga specific mandate po kami, pero pare-pareho lang po kami. Pero hindi po ibig sabihin na may mga kanya-kanya kaming mandate ay nakafocus na kami sa mandate namin. Hindi po. Nagtutulungan po kami tatlo. Si ICRC, si MFRC, at si National Society, nagtutulungan po kami yan. Walang lamangan, walang laglagan. Okay? So, we are governed by our 30 Board of Governors, and that Board of Governors are headed by the Chairman and CEO of the Philippine Red Cross, none other than Richard J. Gordon. So, siya ang Chairman and CEO natin. So, anything else? Anything question? Question? Wala na? We do this because you deserve this. Because kailangan malaman niyo si Red Cross, maintindihan sino si Red Cross. Sooner or later, kailangan yung service si Red Cross. At least you know na meron ganitong servisyo si Red Cross. Klaro po ba? And sa inyo, as you as a volunteer of humanitarian advocacies sa atin, deserve ko malaman, deserve yung maintindihan. Because investing to yourself in such this knowledge and enlightenment will be useful in the future. Kung wala nang tanong, once again, I am Aljumar S. Manlan. Sa GC ako si MD Sabdani.